going to jump right back into the story. We left off with Diana going to wake up Helmer, wake up Guntar, so that Guntar could take watch. And then Helmer and Friday were going to take watch as well.
Papa?
Guntar.
Yeah. Yes.
Please. Your turn.
What?
You're going to stay awake?
Oh.
And we have a new friend.
Oh.
Hey.
Guntar, do you know what?
What?
She's over there.
Okay.
I'm close to Guntar.
Angus also wakes up on your chest, and it's all like, his face is all sweaty.
Oh.
Hair's all matted.
Angus, you were slobbering on me.
And he just rolls over, still exhausted.
Okay, let me. Oh, hello.
Hello.
I'm Guntar,
You are something.
the Great.
Hi, my
Hello.
name is Friday.
Friday.
I'm new to this crew, but I'm just really happy to be making everyone's acquaintance,
Wow.
especially yours.
That's very nice.
She was in danger. We saved her.
Oh, good job, Helmer.
Actually, I think it was Diana who really.
I mean, I did some damage, but we all knew it was maybe a threat. And Friday came from the ship.
Wow.
Do you know about the popularity of Friday in our old world?
No,
No.
The best
but
day
you
of the week.
seem very nice.
Thank you. And don't let the hype get in the way of just getting to know me. Easy breezy, let's just have an authentic, genuine connection. And you look extremely healthy and
Yes.
like you know a thing or two about fitness.
I do.
And so I just think that we're gonna get along.
Wow.
That's all.
Great.
I'm really happy Friday's here.
Yeah.
Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
Is she gonna get a dice because she said that?
Nope.
Okay.
I have to give back my dice because I said that.
I think the quieter we can be and blend in, the better. Even we don't know what's watching.
I'm very easy for me to be quiet.
Okay.
Have I told you about dwarven songs?
Oh boy.
I would love to hear about
puts
dwarven
Resonant more to
songs.
This is a nightmare.
So, Guntar, Friday told us that she has psychic powers a couple minutes ago. She can see visions. I just wanted to put that out there.
Into the future? Or into the past?
Future is included for sure.
Okay.
You all helped me confirm that. But who knows? Maybe I'm also getting flickers of the past. It's hard to say.
Hard to say, Helmer.
But one thing I do know is yes, I've seen visions of people, people who are like affluent, doing well, happy, and then demise, pain, darkness.
That just sounds like existence.
Oh God.
I hear
The
you.
existence of pain and cruelty,
And your head
predator and prey.
starts to feel really heavy. Like you're just aware of being like up for like almost 40 hours now.
Oh God.
And it's just
Helmer.
life is cruel and you're either
Do you need to take a
predator or
nap?
prey. I'm fine.
Helmer, no matter what, I'm holding space for this.
I'm fine.
I am.
I'm just gonna put my head on my fist.
Aw.
Let him rest.
We got this. Keeping watch, that is.
Yes.
So I would like to let him rest.
Yes.
Okay. Helmer, give me a perception check.
Oh boy.
Scary.
Oh God.
Why'd you do that?
Helmer gets a
Sketchy.
sleepy perception check.
It was a 9, so it'd be an 8.
An 8. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you drift off to sleep. Your mind wanders, and maybe it's been the experience of the past days, this time that's passed, but your mind wanders back towards memories of the war. Of you and two other guys named Jonathan and Torsten. You were on the run, and you remember that you had taken refuge in an old abandoned mine. This mine had been abandoned after there's a sudden collapse, and several miners were crushed. And a lot of the folks here were superstitious about that, and so they kind of keep a wide berth from this mine. But the three of you were like, this seems like a good place to hide because no one goes near it. And also, two of these guys had found a stash of some liquor and some goods that had been in a cache somewhere, and they were looking to like unwind and like have some fun while trying to like deal with the situation.
Were we were hiding, or we were just?
You guys were on campaign, and you had been a little bit overrun, and we're trying to meet back up with some other members of your forces and to like kind of resupply. But you had been kind of dwindled, and the three of you were just kind of like surviving, trying to get back to base.
I mean, Helmer would be not trying to party it up, if that's what other people are doing. It sounds like someone is.
They have like a small case of liquor, and they're just like unscored, like, come on, Helmer, let's go take a break.
I'm fine. This has been stressful enough. I'd really like to just keep watching. Get out of here.
Well, that's why we need to relax. Come on, and they like slap on the back. Like, come on, let's unwind. There's no winning this war. Come on.
Fine, give me a sip. I'll just.
So you take a sip of this, and how do you think the rest of the night would go?
These clowns, get shit-faced. Helmer tries to stay alert, tries to stay close to like grounded in the scenario. He's a little on edge, and he's not, laid back. So.
Yeah, you don't take as much as they do. You don't drink as much as they do. And you drift off to sleep eventually, trying to sleep, like, keeping one eye open a little bit. But with that 8, unfortunately, you did wake. This is in the past. You did wake up a little bit too late. And you remember waking up to a muffled, gurgling scream of Jonathan standing over Torsten, covering his mouth and jamming a dagger into his throat. Jesus! And looking over at you. What would you do in that situation?
Oh fuck! Take a short.
I need you to roll initiative.
Are you gonna fight in your dream right now?
What do? You get up and you see him just like kill this other soldier that you've been traveling with. There's 3 of you, and he just knifes him.
In the mouth?
In the throat.
Oh, I thought he stuck a knife in his mouth.
Oh, cool.
That was
also bad.
That's
also
really,
not great, but like a knife in the mouth.
I daggered him in the thigh or the leg.
Okay, so you were sleeping, so you got to get up and kind of run over to him.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make an attack roll.
It was actually 23.
23 still hits. Yeah. So you stab him, and he just kind of like his leg looks like a little damaged. But then he kind of wheels on you and tries to. He pulls out this dagger with like this like polished dark wood and pearl inlay.
Pretty.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful dagger.
And he does try to strike at you, and he just like scratches into your armor and misses. He just maybe you debilitated him somehow. And he's just like, oh, we could split it.
What? That's what you want? You just want to get some money?
Helmer. And he's like kind of like wobbling and like kind of like balancing himself. He's like, Helmer, there's no winning this war. The best case is to collect bounty on us and take the money and get out.
How about a little warning? I don't know. How do I know you weren't trying to stab me in the throat, you freak?
Give me an insight check.
Now you want to include me in your stupid plan? 16.
So 15.
Oh my god.
Okay. Still enough. I think you're like, oh yeah, that was his plan. He was gonna kill me, and I just stabbed him in the leg, and now he's trying to like figure out. He's trying to negotiate here.
Yeah.
But absolutely, he was gonna try to collect on you too.
Yeah.
We can do this together. Come on, just like old times.
That's right. We did have a lot of great old times. And he's reaching for his flintlock.
Okay.
And hey, why don't you pour us a drink? Let's toast on this deal.
Give me a deception check.
Oh my god.
Shit.
But you just stabbed him in the thigh.
Okay, that's a 4.
He's like, sure. And he goes and grabs the bottle. And then we're kind of still in initiative, but you can tell he's grabbing the bottle like the same way you're grabbing for your pistol. Do you shoot him, or are you gonna like
shoot him?
Okay. Go for it. Make the attack roll.
I can't believe this guy
Now,
ever sleeps.
where do I stop with these points? Because
What'd you roll?
Because it's out of control.
19
Okay, that definitely hits.
Yay.
Where were you aiming?
face.
It's a dark cave, and in that flash of the muzzle flash, he's just gone. Ended.
Sad.
And slops down. And you can also hear that gunshot reverberates through this entire cave, and you hear this like rumbling, like, and you hear from deep within the mine this loud, deep guttural roar.
Oh my god.
Just
Ooh.
if you look back behind you, you see this like this orange glow sort of forming.
Run.
You run?
He runs.
Okay.
Is there an exit?
Give me an athletics check.
13.
So as you're running from this thing, you have to like step over the body of like both Torsten and Jonathan, and you're just kind of running through this like full speed, and you kind of look back every so often, and you just see this like massive serpent just like slithering through this tunnel, like huge, like not quite Godzilla, but massive creature.
Okay.
Every so often, you see it just like when there's like enough of a straightaway, it just like ejects a gout of flame. But you can feel it almost like catch you, but you're just running as fast as you can. And as you run with that 13, not quite enough. You coming to the edge of this opening of this mine, you kind of like panic and look for a place to run out, and there really isn't anything. You guys had to climb up here. And you misstep, boot slides on some soft dirt as this thing is like jumping out at you, and you fall out and grab onto whatever you can, and you just kind of land in this like this bush of like thorns that just kind of hangs out, and you sort of like get caught in it, and one of it slices you across the forehead, one of the big thorns. And as that happens, this large serpent just bursts out of this thing and just like a gout of flame, just like angry, barely missing you. And that's where you're gonna wake up from that.
Yeah.
Guntar and Friday were awake, keeping watch. Probably saw Helmer tossing and turning a little bit, sniping himself.
It looks like he's dancing to one of your dwarven songs.
Thank you.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay, 2.
You perceive.
For a total of 6?
Yeah.
I think both of you are it sounds like you're just like super interested in what each other are saying, and like not really keeping a close eye on the camp.
I just kind of feel like I found like my people, like where I belong. I've only just met you guys, but I just am getting like a really good sense that we're gonna go far together.
I agree. I like you.
Wow.
You're forthcoming, you are positive, and you also like talking about your backstory.
I am not here. Sorry, I'm sleeping.
I'm sleeping. Diana and Resna are like growling in their sleep.
I was like, oh.
I feel received and I feel kept. And I'm just really, really excited to like, merge lanes with each of your individual journeys.
Oh man, I love it. That's just kind of the vibe for a while. Eventually, Resident, you do wake up, probably to the middle of this, in the middle of this conversation.
Shut up, anyone? Good morning.
And Zeiss would also wake up because I think you had been sleeping for a while.
Whoa, I had some trippy drink.
Strippy?
Whoa, okay. Is that really happening or am I hallucinating? Is that Friday?
Friday calendar.
Yeah.
Those words don't make sense.
Okay.
Right, I'm sorry, I didn't want to like fangirl all over you. I wanted to keep it professional because we walk in similar circles. We walk in similar worlds. Like people know your name, people know my name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
These people have really treated me like crap. They don't really give me any respect. This is so nice to just like meet someone who, kind of gets it.
Gets it. That's what I was gonna say.
I was making these crab cakes, and these people were just looking down on my crab cakes, and I was putting this thing. Are you like in tune with like glitter? Like I was making edible glitter, and these people were like throwing it up like it was nothing. Okay.
Well, I was listening to Friday and listening about her celebrity status. It would not seem that you two run in the same circles. You are but a chef. What?
Wow.
I'm sleeping. That was Elise gasping.
I mean, I guess I should be
And I am a
spending right
dwarf.
now, but this is
And
from
you are a chef.
a very, very tall person with no parents who can't take sips correctly. So I'm just gonna let that wash away. And because I'm feeling the positive vibes.
Positive vibes.
Where have you been like staying and stuff? Or like have you come across like a structure at all?
That is a very good question. Mostly what I'll do is I'll just take some nice sturdy palm fronds and I'll weave them together and I'll create kind of like a hood type thing that really only holds one But now that you all are here, like maybe we could all work together to like make something more permanent. I just wasn't planning on staying here that long. I thought I was supposed to be escaping this island, but I kind of feel more like at home on this island now, if you know what I'm saying.
I actually don't at all know what you're saying. Like, why do you think that is?
I just think that you all are the community that I've been looking for and that I've been waiting for. And if you all feel equally invested in like what we could be building here, we can make a couple like geodesic domes or like a farmhouse structure.
There is like actually already a structure. Have you seen that?
Is there one?
There's
Is there one for real?
I don't know, like if you trust me or whatever, but like I've actually seen one. Have you seen one or heard about one in your time here?
I want so bad to go to this. I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Yeah.
And establish some trust here.
Well, yes. Nice.
Wow. You're very admirable, Friday, because I even haven't been able to trust Resonance, so you are the beacon of hope
I would like
in this group.
I step on his foot.
I don't feel it.
really what I'm feeling here is a collaboration. I feel that there is a collab coming together, and I think that if we're just, very like 50-50 on, we check in with our like mutual interests.
That's so cool. I love collaborations.
We could
Like Zeit-X.
do. It's like I don't know what else to call it, but it's basically a vlog trip to go to this structure, and like we will go there and we will have fun.
Yeah.
Team up with you.
Can I ask, like, what are some of your strengths that like you bring to the team? Like, I feel like I'm pretty good at like exploring and investigation and stuff that's
Thievery.
like. I mean, some people might, in my shoes, turn to that because of the skills that I have. That's for sure, because I am like good at those things. But like, what are some of the things that you might be able to bring to this collab?
Okay, so I know that when you first look at me, you might be thinking, "Wow, how weak, how indefensible," like she.
Yeah.
What has she got?
100%.
But what I.
This is what some people, not me. I would never.
It sounded a little bit like
You
it
did
was-
just say
Oh,
100.
yeah.
You did. You
Just
were the
letting you
one.
know, just
Oh
saying.
wow, sometimes like I don't even know what I'm saying.
You know what, everyone?
should've just
it's,
wake up.
It's totally okay, because I get this all the time. I have lots of doubters, lots of haters, and what I like to do
Haters.
is prove them wrong
Yeah.
with my magic. Plural. I have a lot. I have
I've been
a
waiting
wait.
for this.
Like magic, not technology?
Yeah, not technology.
Because we've been hearing, have you had a chance to connect with
Kurt's
Kurt?
over on a log, just like overhearing
Kurt's
this.
over
Yeah.
here very anti-magic.
Oh.
He said fire is technology.
That's interesting. I think that if I were not me, I would also be threatened by my magic. And I don't want people to be threatened by me. I do not think that that's necessary.
I think
Use
Kurt
it
is
for
threatened
good.
by a lot of women, especially powerful women. He's a divorced man, and he's obviously not over it because he keeps talking about his ex-Linda. Yeah.
That is tough. That is really tough. I look forward.
It's also funny.
Okay. Haha.
Yeah.
Divorce.
Yeah.
Uncoupling consciously.
Yeah.
I can move stuff.
What?
Like emotionally.
And I can move people,
Yeah.
Whoa.
I can conjure certain energies.
Yeah.
And a lot of that has to do with, it all began with MX99 capsules. That's where it started.
For sure. Yeah. Like, can you explain what you mean?
Well, like people are always pushing these supplements. They're always like pushing all these like vitamins, all these things, And I don't like to do that. I don't like to just push stuff like
I don't want you to
unnecessarily.
sponsor it or something,
And I would never, and I mean never, push a product or service on anyone if I didn't believe in it 100%. 110%
Oh wow,
in some
that's,
cases.
that's even higher than you can go. That's
Are we still
amazing.
sleeping?
200%.
Yeah, sometimes you sleep for a long
just
time in
checking.
an episode.
I'm
It
just
happens.
So you're saying you started doing this like way before you were even on this island?
Oh yeah. I mean, like where I come from.
Where are you? Where are you from?
I'm Centrana born. Centrana born.
Yeah.
And I did do a gap year traveling with a family. Yes. And I learned so much from them and their culture and their ways.
You seem like
That sounds like a very enlightening experience. I too wish I could have a gap year, as you say.
Yeah.
I went
you?
straight to war.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's really tough.
Yeah.
I'm anti-war.
Yeah.
I'm vegan. I'm anti-war. I'm pacifist. But if I need to achieve greatness and for my people, I mean, I will kill. I will.
Have you had to kill anything while you were here? Just because we kind of had to kill a couple things.
I'm kind of an empath, is the thing.
Oh, you've just been empathizing with the monsters here?
There was a guard. He's a dwarfman guard. I'm sorry.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, Guntar. I'm sorry.
What?
May he rest in power. There was this guard who, was bloated sea water bloat after the whole big wreck. And actually, so to honor him, he just was there. I feel like I was partially responsible because why couldn't I save him? You know what I mean? In the wreck, why couldn't I have done more to save him? So to honor him and to carry his legacy forward, I do wear his reinforced armor and I do carry his sharp
knife.
Is that like
That's what I recognize.
Is that where you got like the amulet from too? Is there like from him?
I didn't find it, it found me. Let's just say that.
Yeah, you know what? I
Let's
actually
just say
totally
that.
relate to that. A
Let's
lot of
just say
things
that.
find me for sure. Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like I've been talking so much and I just am trying to, I just want us to get to this structure that Resonant knows about. And so as you can see, like, I attract a lot of good things. Like I attract like a lot of like positivity and like good stuff that I think could help
This
you.
dwarf.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's dead.
Okay, but he has black hair.
Oh.
That's not your daddy. That's every dead dwarf is not your dad.
Something that I will not do is spread false hope.
Ooh, yeah. I like
Yes,
that.
you like-
Wait, but like who
All right.
invited you on the ship?
It probably would have been like some of Diana's people, actually.
Oh yeah. I mean, we have a lot of partnerships.
Yeah.
We all work together. There are a lot of like children companies under the big.
Diana must really like you.
Yeah. Well, Kurt, I have a question. Like you must have known that Friday was on the ship, and I mean, you must have known that she's a sponsor of the product of your company, right?
Well, we send a lot of test kits to people so they can get used to it. We're trying to market it. We're trying to get people into it.
I mean, she sounds like she might know a lot more incantations than your little ass.
Look, none of those.
Oh, gravity braviosa.
Pocket.
wait,
it was
what
called
she's-
pocket gravity, which I don't understand. If
I
you
know
put
people who can move things.
gravity in your
okay?
pocket.
But conjuring energies is not. I don't know. Some of that sounds made up.
Wait, Friday. Like, do you know like incantations and stuff? Like in your chat, like I feel like you've had some cool collabs and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know how many details you care to have, but
I mean, like I would love to like literally know everything there is to know about you, like in time for sure.
So,
Yeah.
job
We
interview.
could
What's
also
going
walk
on
and
here?
talk, right?
Let's like wake up these friends
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
like
say-
let's go.
Yeah, let's wake up these
let's
fools.
continue and find like this structure.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, for
Let's
sure.
do it, team.
For sure.
So, some time passes. You guys can both finish a long rest, or we hear.
Oh my god, the phone's on fucking.
Helmer.
You're. Oh.
Okay.
Hey.
Sweating a lot.
Yeah.
Just-
That must be what makes your skin so soft. All that
No,
juicy
the liquid.
That'll do it.
Oh,
I'm fine.
Okay. Do you want to talk about it? Or
No.
Okay. I feel like maybe Diana, since you have the compass, like you and I should go up in the front.
Yeah.
And then since Guntar, you're like the tallest, you should be in the back so you could like guide the back and like so. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I love that. Let's get to it. Augie, Angus, hey, buddy.
Hey. Yeah.
And they do their handshake. I know we hired Friday Calendar for entertainment and stuff, and like I've been at like a handful of parties with her, and it's fine, but like once a month. What's going on?
Friday calendar. I thought that was her.
Yeah.
You survived. That's very good.
What else do we know? What do we know any dirt on her?
Dirt? She's pretty well liked. I feel like there were some rumors of fraud at some point, but I feel like most of those were squashed.
Okay. Politically, is she?
Politically, I have no idea. But I think people like that tend to be typically apolitical.
Tend to be what?
Commentary.
Apolitical.
Oh. Well, sure.
Less
Whatever works best for them.
Yeah.
Opportunist, of course. But
she seems nice.
here's the thing. Everyone says she's well liked. No one says, "Hey, I like Friday calendar." They always say she's well liked.
I feel like I heard Guntar.
I really like Friday calendar, Chef Size. What do you think?
Yeah, you know what? I think it's nice to feel appreciated.
And he's like,
Okay. You know what? Never mind. This was a idea I should have kept in my head.
I just
Let's keep
feel so
going.
seen.
Compass, please. I run up to the front.
While you were asleep, I got a little backstory on Friday. By the way, I like all women, except I just don't like her that much.
Look, Friday is cool, and maybe I am threatened by her.
Maybe
but
I'm like a little jealous of her. She's like really tiny.
She's very tiny. She's got great hair. Mine is, and it's small
Your
and
hair's
it's
really
great.
good, but
my hair
it's
is really good. It's big, but it's not working here.
I agree.
I didn't need you to say that. I know it already. Maybe we're projecting. Are we projecting?
Guntar, yeah, a lot of times women have a lot to say about me, but at the end of the day, like, I'm here for them. And if they don't like me, like, if I get bad feedback from them, like, I just feel like that's their journey and I can't sweat it.
That's their journey. That's so smart.
Some people can't accept love, but I can.
Oh,
I love it. Feels
Chef, loving all over you.
I just love that that's going on. And then Helmer's just with the stone and just going like,
I think she's going to be of great service if she is true to her word. If she has, if she's authentic, if she has the, what is the word? It's where you line up with what you say is true.
Integrity.
She's so fake to me.
You know what, Chef? The most important thing to me is integrity and being genuine. I don't like it when food has like all these like additives and stuff.
No,
I just
hate
like
that.
honest flavors. Just like give it to me natural,
Yeah, except
Honest glitter.
I do like opening up old cans of things and just trying to eat
Just
it,
going
just
for
to see
it.
Because sometimes those preservatives, they turn into something else, but I might have like killed a friend like that.
All right, let's just keep an eye on what she does in every situation.
As you guys are kind of traveling through here, it is night, essentially, while you're traveling through here.
Ooh.
It becomes more dense. There's those unusual flora and fauna. There's like these kind of like curling trees that kind of like sometimes like curl out over you, and sometimes they curl into each other. It's just unusual. It's not like where you're from. You hear like strange squawking sounds from the canopy. A few times you've seen a few of these kind of like large insects flying by, but they have like almost mammalian features to them with like fur and whiskers, and like even some of the eyes don't look like insect eyes. They look more like human eyes.
No.
More of those like raptinid things that you guys saw before, the like tarantula flying things. And most of them don't really try to engage with you. They're easily swatted away, or they just kind of don't seem too aggressive.
Thank God.
From you.
Do we have any light source?
Also, I mean, if you could just take Manal and do a light sorcerer thing.
I could.
I don't think anybody
Some
has
people
that. Do you?
could.
I don't think you have that, right?
I don't.
I do.
I bet Friday
I have
does.
magic light.
That's what I told you.
Thank you.
I knew somebody had it.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, hold up.
It's like two different options essentially. So you can summon like 4 globules of light that you have to concentrate to keep those going, or you can touch an object and kind of imbue it with light. So if you grab like this and like just fill it with light.
Okay.
That's a cool thing. Okay, maybe I love Friday.
Wish you could do that, Kurt.
Yeah, what
I
can
know people who can do that.
Kurt, what can you do right now?
Oh, wait.
I can start a fire.
Maybe, Kurt, you can help us go faster on this journey. Didn't you say you could do that?
I could make one of you move very
One of
quickly,
us.
but it's gonna tire you out at the end of it.
All of your, skills are as lame as your natural personality.
Okay, next time you can jump off the ship into the water without my help.
I will.
We have lanterns,
I'll
right? So
do
couldn't we
it.
just light
Let's do
these bad boys and
light
go?
the lanterns, and then I go grab
never mind.
a stick.
So yeah, you light the lantern. have that, and you find a stick easily enough in the jungle.
Yeah, and I take part of my fabric, just like a strip from the bottom of my tunic dress, and I dip it in a little bit of the lamp oil and wrap it on the end.
So you have a lantern oil and you have a torch.
And I have a torch.
You kind of navigate through this jungle until it becomes like a mountainous area. You go through like these thin ledges. There's some deep gorges. And it's a little bit montage here, right?
Yep, okay.
But what's interesting about this is that even at night, looking out over this, and sometimes you have to kind of like put the torch aside to kind of get that distance.
Right,
vision.
yeah.
But you can see further out in the distance what look like, actually give me, whoever wants to be looking at this, give me either a nature or survival check.
I will do a survival. So 24.
24.
What are we doing? Survival?
That's survival is
nature.
what I did.
I got 17 nature.
Okay. You kind of look out, and there's some strange there's kind of like some strange formations out there that don't seem to make sense to you. They're like, is it rocks? Kind of what's going on? Zyth, you kind of see the same thing. Some of this, the terrain below you, now that you're kind of seeing this and you get a little more of a vista, it seems unusual. Guntar, you notice that too, but you also notice like near one of the mountains, you see what looks like a spike or something that doesn't look naturally formed. Just kind of like jutting out from beyond the mountains, like it's like this super tall just spike.
Like a spire or like what?
Like a spire. And Diana, you see this and you kind of like look in a little closer, and you've like studied topography and biomes and stuff like that, and like with your nun nannies. And you see, but down below you see areas where the jungle seems to just suddenly shift into what looks like tundra. And then you see areas where there's like a taiga, which is like a boreal forest, suddenly just shifts into desert. And you see sections of grassland that suddenly shift into mountain foothills with no slow incline, just boom, suddenly mountains. And with that 24, there's a couple things you notice. First, you notice between these like sort of like stark shifts of landscape, it almost feels like they've been fused together or pushed together in some way. Like that's the only thing that can make sense.
Strips have been like pasted
pieces
together.
of world just smushed together. And what's kind of informing that theory is that you kind of look down and like kind of tracing where the edges of these things and seeing where the splits happen. It always looks like, even from up here, there are like deep crevices or ravines between these sections. You notice that. And also, with the 24, I think as you're traveling, I want you to go ahead and take one of these. You find that, and you understand what the properties are.
Herb of protection. Rosemary. No. Spending 10 minutes to bum this incense and inhale the smoke will grant one large or small creature resistance to poison damage for 8 hours. These herbs can be dried and preserved. If you spend 1 hour drying these over a fire and succeed on survival check, you can dry these out and preserve them. Once preserved, they last indefinitely. Otherwise, they lose their potency 24 hours after they have been severed at the root.
Oh.
Okay.
Handy.
Fucking handy. Do
So
I
do it.
see them all over?
This is just like, that's one thing you found.
Oh, okay. This is a thing I found. Great.
You earned it.
Great. So I pluck some anyway, regardless. I mean, for the next 24 hours could be a fucking hell ride. So I pluck a bunch, put it in my backpack.
Yeah.
And then the next time we stop, hopefully I can dry them out.
Yeah, and you can dry them out, and also if you need to use them, you basically throw them in the campfire, and then you breathe in the smoke,
Okay.
and that makes you have resistance to poison damage.
Ooh,
Right.
guys, I've got something for us. Everyone gather around.
One creature.
Oh, I mean, never mind. What are you
I'll
bringing
let them
up?
know
Oh,
that
okay.
there's a spire.
Okay.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Was
I
there
wonder
any
if
lights from
it's-
it?
No, it's just a spike.
I wonder if it's like connected to the structure, like the people who made that. Maybe they made this spire too. But they're clearly people who live here or have been working here, and who knows how long.
Sounds like some sort of castle or temple or something.
Yeah, maybe we should take a little bit of that algae from the flask and rub it on that spire to see if anything happens.
Just for clarity, the spire
very
is
far away.
miles away.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, bummer to my fucking eyes. Don't see shit.
Kurt, have you like ever came across anything like this?
Wow. No,
What's coming up for you?
Kurt?
that's gotta be if we can find the people who made these things, we can learn from them. If they're still alive.
I'm with I agree. I think that we have to find the people who are here. Absolutely.
I mean, I feel like we're wandering here. Is there any way, can we like put out a signal to these fools?
I don't know, what if they're dangerous?
I don't know, but it's like, I feel like we're not gonna find, like, where is this tower? There's a spire, but it's real far away. Friday, can you say something positive and cheer me up?
Yes, I can. You know, I feel like we've been really hard on Kurt. Okay,
okay, that's not
that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a lot.
Okay.
It was in the
Friday, usually I very much appreciate your wisdom, but you don't know Kurt.
Okay, it is true. I may not know Kurt, but I do know what it feels like to have a bunch of people doubt you.
I doubt that.
And to assume the worst of you.
Give me your dice.
But what I have is hope. I have so much hope. And that spire is telling me we're on the right track.
Okay.
I
great.
love that,
So you feel
except that has nothing to
inspired.
do with Kurt, and I think we should keep Kurt out.
I think just aspire with the right track and then fuck Kurt.
Okay, and if Kurt happens to have more information and know something specific about the structure, the people
Which he
here.
doesn't.
If he does, if he happens to have that and he's just keeping onto that info for himself, I think that with a little bit of tenderness and kindness and patience, he may open up to us and share
Or we
important
can cut him open.
we're
It's
not
when you
getting
threaten
it.
him
You know what?
and take
we're
his
not getting
coat.
it out.
That's
Just
how you
take
find
his
the
clothes
truth.
off and then you yell.
I stripped him down, and that's how I got his last secret.
Everything
you're
we
right.
got out of Kurt, we had to force out.
Like, I can admit sometimes I'm wrong too. I want to walk back a lot of the things I just said and
You're
just
fine.
let's do
You're
like,
good,
cut
you're
that out
good.
for me personally in my speech. And the spear, we're moving toward it, and I'm happy about it. Spire.
And I don't know if I need to clarify this, but I'm going to. But the spire and the structure you saw before,
Different.
separate things.
Far away in
of course.
distance.
Yeah, spire is much farther. You're probably
But
getting closer to this.
How,
Okay.
design-wise, how similar or different do they strike resonant?
Well, I say it was hard to see because I think it was nighttime when you're up
Yeah.
there. So it
It's
definitely
nighttime now.
looked more boxy, almost maybe like a flat top pyramid kind of a thing, like ziggurat types of thing. Smaller. This spire at this distance, massive. So and it's more like a needle-like.
It's not like one of them is like gothic or looks ancient and the other one looks brand new,
I would
right?
say at this distance, it's hard to tell.
Okay.
At both distances.
Which one is closer to us?
The structure that you saw.
Which one
Okay,
is
guys.
more gothic?
Yeah, which
Because
one's
I think
like more
Resonant
goth?
wants to go to that.
Also, I let everyone
I do
know
like
that I see different climates that are way too close and have a very distinct
Wait, what?
flip.
I missed that.
The landscapes
The
that are in strips.
landscapes,
Like
it
the
looks
mountains
it looks as if someone like painted a desert through a rainforest and then added swipes of like a frozen tundra.
Like a bunch of different
That's-
types of cakes
it looks like
pushed against each other.
It sounds like
Yes.
it's like a polar bear was in like a jungle situation. That's
if it's
so
just
weird.
made
Whoa.
one step out,
Black
it would
smoke.
be. It looks like there's. I don't know. It's just defying any law of weather pattern or science from our world.
Okay.
It's something that could not happen.
Let's keep an eye out for
So
a
keep
gigantic
an eye. I don't know
wheel.
if it's magic or tech that keeps it.
Sorry, Matt.
Wait, what did he just say? What did you say?
I'm just making digs about loss.
Roast.
Yeah. Allie's just hurling lots references at me.
Sorry.
There's a little bit kind of walking through these mountains and kind of following the lead of Resonant and Diana working together. You hear it first, especially you. You hear this like rushing
Like water.
water. And it's kind of coming through some rocks, and you kind of wind through some canopy, kind of going up a trail, hiking up a bit, and the sound gets louder. The moonlight's kind of hitting through here. And you come to this waterfall. It's like majestic kind of view here. There's like this large flat rock, and you can see down below, there's one waterfall that you can kind of see around, and if you kind of poke around, exploring, you can see there are a few other waterfalls that are just kind of like centered here. It's almost like a grotto of some kind. Yeah, these big kind of rock faces kind of keep this area a little bit cooler. It's nice.
I mean, like, this might have been like a cool place to rest if we needed to, but I feel like we're all good, right?
I think, yeah, maybe a pee break, not near the waterfall, but then also let's...
Refill our canteens and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's fresh water, it's not salt.
My canteen is filled with magic algae.
Yeah, you
water.
just... A little...
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It tastes clean, fresh.
I quickly wash my hair.
Wow.
I go
Whoa,
slow-mo
it's
for a
like
minute.
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Do I have any cantrips where I can just like dry my hair instantly?
There is a cantrip that does that. I don't think you have it though.
Oh god,
Wow,
I
what a
don't
very
get that.
specific.
There,
I want that one right
it does
now.
a bunch. It's. I wish it was real. It's very useful.
It's not real?
I mean, I wish it was like real, like in our world. Like,
Oh, I know.
uh,
Anyway, I'm able to do a fishtail braid very easily and roll it up into a bun so that it's a
Wow.
little bit more sustainable for this climate.
It's really pretty.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that is so beautiful.
Thank you.
I could tell she's threatened. She's like redoing her hair.
I am very threatened.
Well, I have to say I am taking notes because that is a lovely protective style, and I'm wondering if, one of these days you could teach it to me.
I don't think you have enough.
like her.
But maybe if you grow it out.
I want to just kind of look around the waterfall, just kind of dig, see if there's, not literally, but see if there's anything sticking out to me.
give me an investigation check.
17.
17. You notice what at first looks like just like striations in the rocks here, but then you notice that they're different from the rocks. Doesn't seem right, and you kind of like step back and you start to see it's almost like those Indiana Jones reveals, where you see there's like this large charcoal illustrations on these rocks. It depicts a bunch of trees essentially, and then towering over those trees is this huge horned figure, just sort of like towering over that.
Horned figure, like what? Can you describe
The
it?
horns kind of go back like this. Like if it was from the side, it'd be like that.
Like Bigfoot with horns?
But it's not it doesn't look like this, the spire shape or anything.
No. The figure looks humanoid, but a little bit boxy in some places.
Boxy.
It has just these large kind of almost like fin-like horns.
Okay, well, I definitely show everybody that. I don't like that.
Let's just keep the volume down and keep moving.
Keep moving.
Yeah, this feels like
How
that. This
old is this? How long has this been here?
How long
Yeah,
is
did we get a sense by
place?
looking at the ruins?
The 17, I don't know that you're able, it doesn't look like it was just drawn.
Okay.
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 But it doesn't look like it's hard to know how long it's been here.
Can I climb on top of the waterfall?
Try.
Oh,
I mean, I'm a pretty good climber and I have a rope.
I wouldn't trust me. Her, yes.
It's
It's pretty flat.
it's not
Hashtag swashbuckle.
where you guys are right now. It's almost like if you imagine I'm going totally like Legend of Zelda here.
Sure.
So it's like flat rock essentially, not like machined down or
Got
anything, just like a flat rock. And then if you go to the edge of that, you're basically at the mountain face and the waterfall's pouring down.
No, I'm not gonna
So
do
you
that.
can go out and it's wet and it's mountainside. So
All right, no, I'm good.
okay.
If we want to wait until the morning, we could just chill here tonight and wait until it's a little easier to see. It seems like we're maybe a little bit safe here.
We are safe here. We
Yes,
were
we're
making
safe.
good time. We
Yeah.
were seeing a lot in the dark already. Nothing was really bothering us as far
Yeah.
as the bugs. Everything's been a little, in my opinion,
But what about this tall beast?
I don't think we have
it's a
anything to
warning
worry
for them.
about.
Okay,
I think that
let's go.
we've got a little bit of positive energy back in our systems, and we're going to keep all the negative vibes and deadly beasts away. We can rest.
I'm with that. All right, so we
I feel
rest
reassured by
until-
Friday.
rest until morning. We tell each other little fun stories about ourselves, and we all come out of it a lot closer.
you know, what's your biggest fear? Friday.
Being humiliated for being, not as smart as I'm supposed to be. That's really scary.
What? You seem legit, smart.
No, really?
You
Wise.
do. Yeah, you
Very
do.
wise, which is better than, book smart.
My biggest fear is waking up to the death of my friend,
Oh my
being
gosh.
stabbed in the throat,
Oh.
and having to blow another person's face off
Oh my
in
gosh.
retaliation to defend myself.
Wow.
That's really heavy.
It sounds scary, right?
It's really dark. It's really hard. You're carrying so much.
Dano, it's
I hope that never
yours.
happens to you, Helmer.
Thank you.
My biggest fear is, waking up in a reality where I never knew my parents.
No, that would be horrible.
Sounds terrible.
Yes, well,
What's your biggest fear?
my biggest fear is is also, it's waking up to a reality where I don't know my parents and never finding them.
Diana, like, what's yours?
My biggest fear is
Having female competition.
Zythe. It's wasting my power and privilege and existence and not making a difference with what resources I have.
For sure.
I think you've made a difference.
Oh, yeah.
I
Maybe you
don't know
save
if it was
doggy.
good yet, but the difference is happening.
I think it'll pay off.
I take mine back. My greatest fear is losing someone I love when I could have saved them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Zythe, your fear?
Oh, my fear, being in a kitchen with no gas.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds scary.
Yeah.
I could share some raw recipes with you, so.
Oh, thank you.
But I don't want to diminish your fear. It's
Friday,
Yeah.
you're incredible.
Kurt, what's your biggest fear?
Being himself.
think I'm living it.
Waking up and every day he lives his worst fear, which is looking in the mirror and going, I'm Kurt. Oh God, not again.
That's scary.
Right?
This is my worst fear. So you guys wait till the morning, basically? Just kind of killing time here. Are you going to try to dry these things out here, build a fire?
Yeah.
Just as a reminder.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's dry
It'll
them
be a
out.
little tricky because you are in like a very wet space, but it's not impossible. So just give me a survival check.
Okay.
What are you trying to do?
My roots that I
And yeah,
have.
if anyone's
that
helping.
we were
Yeah, I'm
gonna take
gonna
a break.
I'll help. What are we doing? Or you help, Lisa.
Yeah.
You guys can both help, yeah.
Everyone, anyone.
Yeah. And so go ahead.
You roll with advantage when someone's helping you on something.
19 plus 4 plus 3.
26. No problem. You're able to build a fire in this little cave area.
Nice.
And then with the help of Zythe and Resin, kind of take some sticks that they found and sort of stack up a rack and then hang these herbs on top of it. And while you guys are all hanging out here discussing your fears through the night, you're able to dry out these herbs and basically preserve them.
We're trying to get into jerky, medicine jerky.
Yeah.
Protection
Medicine
jerky.
Yes, you can make a good like cocktail with that.
Just curious. What's it like to be famous?
You know, it can be a little weird. It can be a little weird if I'm being completely real with you.
Do you have like a big mailing list or something?
Yeah. People
access to a lot of people?
It has really been hard since I got just washed up on this shore because I'm really far away from my regular posts, you know, because I'll put a post in the post and it goes out to all the people, and then they'll sometimes
Friday
respond
post.
to my posts. Yeah.
Social post.
Yeah, it's a social post. It's nothing too serious.
It's
but
far-reaching. I've seen it on stoops and on the ground
and in like
around
windowsills
people,
and
post them
just
places.
handing them out.
You'd probably do like events too, like,
Oh,
like
yes.
tours and yeah.
I do that as well. I
events.
absolutely do that as well. But I just
Think of
posters
the
and ticket
logistics of
stubs
what
and-
would social media be like. in the
mostly what
30s.
I'm just sharing is that it's the posts, it's the mail and the written word where I feel the most connected
Yes.
to the people that want to be connected to me. You see?
Well, you know, we're going to get back home, I'm sure. And when we do, you know, you'll have lots of stories to tell people.
You know what?
So
I will. Thank
think
you.
you'll probably want to tell them about meeting the Whisperer.
Now, yeah, I was actually going to ask you.
It's just something that happened, and you'll tell them that you saw what the Whisperer can do.
Are you telling me that you're not famous already? Because you have something like, you're magnetic, you know, you've got this panache. There's a certain patina to you. Yeah. I think that you'd receive a lot of good feedback if you sent out a post. Just saying.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I think you should just tell people about it when you get the chance.
Okay. I think I
And
will.
don't forget about the Whisperer.
I could never. Not after all that you've shared.
Oh, my
Shared so
soft skin.
much.
So as the night passes and morning dawns, you get one of the first suns rising, or the first of the two suns rising. What do you guys do? Head off towards the structure?
Yep.
But yeah, as you guys kind of are traveling more way through here, you cross through a section of riverbeds kind of in the morning. Where you're crossing over these like streams and rivers, which are kind of teeming with life. You're kind of, sometimes you have to like hop over boulders. Anybody who wants to kind of take in a little higher detail of the surroundings, give me either perception or investigation checks.
14.
20.
15.
Okay, investigation 2.
Was that a natural one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Oh, wait,
1
no.
plus 1.
15.
Perception is
16,
I got
17.
12.
I got
12.
17 actually. I forgot
17.
to add my +2.
16. Mine's 16.
16.
23.
23.
Ha cha cha.
Okay.
Give us the deeds.
So
Yeah, talk to us.
Friday, you're just kind of in your head, and also you're not super worried. Like, it's not a real big deal for you to like look around at your surroundings. Like, you just
Too
trust.
blessed to be stressed.
Yeah, 100%. Resin, you're kind of focused on like finding the way here. So Diana and Zyth, you both notice that there are some patches of down trees kind of along the way, like would be like dense jungle or even like some like almost like boreal forest, and some sections will just be like smashed down.
Like knocked
Shit.
down by like a horned creature, maybe.
Yeah, that was
Knocked
taller
out
than
something.
the trees. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, you
Great.
also notice, and this is probably
almighty.
maybe even more disturbing, is that there are some like larger rocks that look like they're just kind of have like a flat sheer top. So then kind of looking at it, you're like, oh, that was something like sliced through that or ripped that off. Gone, top gone.
I don't like it.
That's terrifying.
That's no good.
Guntar and Helmer, the two of you are walking through, you notice, especially with the 23, almost like a faint pulse. Like, you know how like heat looks rising off like pavement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it kind of distorts you see like a little bit of faint impressions of that as you're looking down at these like crevices, which are like,
Got it.
hundreds of feet across in some places. But you see like little reverberations of that.
Great. So we continue
Onward.
on.
Are we close to it?
I mean, I think we should keep going, but
You
man.
could get closer because you in some of these
Scary.
places you get closer to these edges of these things, so you could get up closer to it.
Hey, over here,
Carefully.
it looks like there's a crack that I don't know if it's the end of the earth or what, but we should take a peek into it.
Yeah, we'll peek. All right, let's peek.
So as you walk up closer to it, it does look, it's kind of an apt explanation. It does look like just broken earth that just like stops. And then there's like gaps of like, in some places, it's not perfectly even, right? In some places there's like 100 feet across. In some places it's only like 30 feet across of just like, and you can't see the bottom.
I throw something just like across just to see what
About
happens.
to do the same thing.
You throw this rock in there
I'm so jealous.
and you see it kind of like fall normal, and then it starts to slow down.
Oh.
And then it just stops before it disappears and just stays there.
I have Kurt like ready to push him and see if anyone's waiting for me to stop.
Oh, I don't like this.
I just like, I look the other way. I'm
Kurt,
like,
you know anything about this?
Kurt, tell us what this is.
I don't know, but
Tell us what this
it
is.
seems like some kind of field. We could investigate it.
Investigate by
doing
pushing
that
you
right
in.
now.
Pushing you in?
Did you learn how to see the fields?
Of technology.
Do I know how to see the?
I would. Yeah, he's referring to the spell Reveal Magic.
Okay.
Who has it?
So
Do I have that spell? Shit.
Okay, never mind. What? We all just have to be pioneers, Kurt. Why don't you just jump down there and
Just
see?
do a little jump.
I think I understand what would happen based on seeing this rock, and I'm not interested in being stuck in that.
That's funny because you give off a stuck vibe.
Also, a second later, that rock that you threw in there just goes and just crushed to dust.
Oh my god.
my goodness.
Kurt,
Yeah,
we
I'm like,
know.
did y'all
Yes,
hear
I have
that?
reveal magic.
Did
I
y'all
have
hear
reveal
what happened
magic.
to the rock?
I want to use it.
No.
I want to use reveal magic.
Did y'all see what happened to the rock?
It
just
combusted.
Combusted.
Well, it was crushed.
Kurt, I'm really sorry for like trying to kill you.
I thought it was a great idea.
It was just a funny joke.
No, I thought it was a good idea.
Thank you.
It was a solid idea. Even though I saw the rock get crushed, I still thought that could be Kurt. You know what? Shout out Linda.
Okay, she grabs a handful of grass on the side that she has. She gets her flask out of water that she has, not the algae.
Food and drink for Zyke later.
Yum yums.
And then, do you mind lighting my torch again. Great, thank you. And then I need you to just breathe.
Me?
Yeah, breathe.
Gasoline breath over here.
So fire, air, water, and earth.
Ooh, cool.
My breath?
Earth, wind, and fire.
We bring it all together. And that's what I've told. If you bring all the elements together, it can help you see and understand what this force is.
This is nice.
So you're going to breathe in, and I'm going to throw in it all at the same time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're just going to count down to 3 because my only language is English and I'm bad at it anyway. Okay,
right.
so 3, 2, 1.
So you throw all these things in together at once, and you know that part of it is like focusing your intention.
Yes.
There's like a phrase, and you kind of speak.
Yes, I speak the phrase.
And all these elements sort of like fuse together, and then just kind of like quickly evaporate. And there's like this flash of, and you guys don't see the flash, but you are watching this. It's like a flash of clarity, and you can sort of see the fields at work here, these like arcane energy fields. But essentially what you're seeing is this force that you can now see with clarity in your own vision, and only Diana can see this right now.
Nothing's happening. Let's go.
You guys just saw her throw a bunch of stuff in a pit.
I'm bored. This is like flatter than her hair.
Crush.
People with that fish
tail. Oh.
Guntar, throw another rock.
But you see this like arcane energy, which is like really powerful, really brighter than stuff you've seen before in your training, it's almost like the difference between looking at a candle and looking at the sun.
Okay.
Right? And there are massive forces that seem to be not necessarily creating these rifts, but they seem to be holding them together. So it's pulling one section towards another section and sort of like holding them together.
Guys, it's not a divide. Someone's put all this together.
Someone?
Something that controls the fields, the force fields, these ley lines. They're not,
These are everywhere. You guys have seen these like cracks kind of everywhere traveling
Yeah.
through this.
Yeah.
Okay, so like let's definitely watch our step and like definitely for sure like don't fall into one of those. Okay.
Don't do it.
Okay.
For sure. Kurt,
Diana, did you see a Varco Industries logo on any of that stuff?
Oh boy.
Not yet.
Okay. Just checking.
Kurt, do you make anything of this?
That, you described what you saw?
Yep.
That sounds like a lot of power.
What
Thanks,
do
Kurt.
we do with that type of power? Can we like do anything with it?
I think we would need to understand it first.
Do you think the people that live in the structure would know?
Also, why haven't we run into
hope.
anything?
But you would know that a lot of the animals and stuff don't seem to bother you too much.
Yeah, I will say that. I'll say
Well, they're
that.
all over us.
Only a few
Sorry about it.
times.
There are some very
Because we're negative.
wild creatures that I've never seen before. Like, for example, I saw this, it was like a dog, but crocodile.
Okay. And what happened? Hold on.
I was so frightened. I cannot even tell you. Like, I don't even have I could talk for 45 minutes about how scared I was.
What did it do to you?
Please don't.
It steered clear of me.
What?
It gave a wide berth. And I'm so sorry, Guntar, you might want to earmuffs on this.
What?
It ate the corpse of the bloated dwarf man. It ate
He's
him.
gonna cry about
So
that
it
for
was
weeks.
distracting.
It was really sad. It was really sad.
But it's a tiny body. It's just like a bite-sized snack.
Okay,
Yeah.
not here, not now.
But it's like
It's just a dwarf.
cycle of life, like
Dwarfs are very
we,
muscly. They gotta have a lot
Did it
of
see you?
protein.
it saw
in
me.
them.
It saw me.
Ignored you.
The glowy eyes in the distance.
mean,
Had you had any algae already?
Here's what's up with me. MX99 already had a pretty healthy amount
You've
going
been
through
microdosing for a while.
for a while. And I had a pretty good routine, some like that was pretty wonderful, but not wonderful enough, if you know what I mean. So then coming after this event with the dog crocodile creature, I explored a little bit. Crocodile-gator. I wound up finding the algae, and that made my my whole thing, my whole vibe, just like a little bit more.
Did you know this algae was
powerful.
connected to the P90X pills you were taking?
MX90.
I know. I just wanted to be stupid.
I hadn't made that connection personally, but it all makes sense hearing it from you like that.
You
It all makes
You
sense.
just were like, blue algae sounds like a good idea.
I just was like, this
You were drawn to
is taking all my shit to the next level. I just felt that. Okay.
Yeah, so maybe
Still
the
looking for
pills
Basil.
help deflect the beasts, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. I took some algae and it didn't do crap shit for me.
Well, you have to think about your whole routine, just to say. Like, sometimes it might not agree with the whole.
Do you have any allergies in the old world?
I think I overcame all of them if I ever had them. Yeah.
You guys travel kind of past these riverbeds, and you eventually kind of wind through a path that it's starting to like look more like what you saw.
Okay. Starting to look familiar.
Man, it might look a little familiar to you. There is ahead of you.
Shit.
There is a stone archway about 20 feet tall or so, with like these kind of rune carved stones along the opening. There's like almost like this crenellated ornamentation atop this like archway, and it's got kind of like the ziggurat structure, and you can see it kind of up ahead. It's what's weird is that there's lots of vegetation around it, but right around the immediate section and on its faces, no vegetation seems to be growing on it. It's just kind of like there.
Oh my!
Wow.
Oh,
Friday,
Does Friday need another hit?
what's up?
these things. They're these symbols.
Yes.
What about
Have you all seen these symbols? When I was having the flashes of the people, there were all these things intermixed, and I forgot to say, it's really emotional. It's emotional when I have these flashes.
I'm sorry.
And when I see these symbols, they came up after dark despair feelings, bad, but then these symbols, and I think that these are connected to hope. Hope, good, positive.
And we're the people that you were talking about.
I believe you are. It's feeling good to me. It's feeling right to me.
Helmer.
Why don't you let Friday hold the rock?
Okay.
I'm gonna jot down the
It might change your
shapes
mood a
of the-
little bit.
Okay. I'm
As you
ready
get
for
closer?
that. I'm
Yeah.
ready for that.
Okay, so you're taking the stone.
I'm gonna take the stone.
Just looking at it, some of the carvings and the shapes on
Yeah.
this look a bit like some of the similar shapes that are carved into like the outside of the stone.
Got it.
Oh, then I don't even need to hold this thing.
You should though.
Yeah, I want to
Just
see what happens.
a warning though.
Okay.
It's real dark.
It gets dark. Okay.
The voices are very, very loud. They're kind of overwhelming. They're coming in all different directions. They're not just about violence, but there are definitely some loud voices about violence. Some of them are like, peace, eternal peace, and some are like, I'm hungry, and some are just like, kill them all. Like it's all over the place. And it's
Helmer, take this bag. Helmer, take this bag. Helmer,
it's
take
almost
this bag.
impossible.
Are you sure?
Please,
Okay.
please.
They quiet.
Are you okay?
Oh God.
I hand
Wow.
her water.
That was like, that took me back to this like viral experience that I had. Oh,
Okay, I start writing down the
You're looking at the
shapes
symbols?
At the symbols.
These are the symbols you see.
Do I recognize anything like this in my from my history of thieving many
These look
different
completely
runes?
alien.
I haven't seen anything like this before, you guys. I'm writing it down.
Some of the symbols look familiar to you.
they do look
Guys, let's
familiar
get
to me.
together. Let's see if anyone else recognizes like what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Check your doc.
Okay, I'm
Guys,
coming
like
over.
let's all gather. And by the way, Kurt,
Yeah.
you've come across like different incantations in different languages and stuff. Do you know these? Have you seen this?
I've seen characters like that. We haven't been fully able to decipher them.
Ask Angus.
Let me just ask you, like, if you
But
had mana, would you be able to tell what this is?
So I'm able to read languages,
That's right.
but what I've come to understand with symbols like these is that they're not linguistic. So whatever that language is, it
Always
that,
a catch
useless
with you.
again.
There's always a catch.
it's frustrating.
Can't just.
my
You're
life.
telling me.
Friday has something.
Sorry. It's all coming back to me. Because you see, listen, everyone. Here's the thing. With the flashes, it would be like a symbol. And then there'd be like a definition, like an example, and a symbol.
Oh, so define these.
Yeah, I will do that. I
So
didn't
you have been
fully,
taught these in your dreams?
I didn't fully understand the
Okay,
the
just tell us
context.
what they mean.
Okay, here's what I'm getting from my visions. A C type thing. It's like a hard C, like with corners, with an underline. Okay, that's a dark crystalline orb, beautiful like liquid amethyst in the moonlight.
Hard C. I found a
looking
hard
thing
C.
with
Hard C with
corners.
a-
Hard C.
Yeah. Also an O with an underline, okay? An O with an underline. A group of 7 silhouettes wandering through the jungle together. Sound familiar?
Oh my.
A minus sign with a slash through it, okay? An ancient temple surrounded by jungle as if seen from above and at a distance. Does that sound familiar? Inspired anybody? Okay, a wiggly kind of W that's like a pitchfork kind of, like this sort of vibe. A dark crystalline orb, beautiful like liquid amethyst in the moonlight. Okay,
Did
Does
that.
this have anything to do with your necklace?
but there's this crystal
The haters, yeah.
that I've been wearing on my neck,
we've heard
and
about the
it's
crystal.
it's a really incredible gem crystal. It scientists don't understand it. People don't know where it's from. People don't understand it down to like the teeniest, tiniest atomic level. Some people think it's a fake. Some people think it's a hoax. Some people think it's not natural.
Is that scandal you got caught up in about being a fraud?
I will say that there's a link. There's a theme that's coming together here. But I am real.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'm as real as this crystal. It has been found in the vicinity of the Calismo Reefs. Kurt knows about this.
Charisma Reefs.
I heard rumors that it was stolen and it was being peddled on the black market.
Would I know anything about that, Matt?
Roll a history check.
16.
You haven't heard anything about that.
How do we think it got to Friday?
Yeah.
The
The
celebrity.
gem?
Yeah.
Yes.
The
I
amethyst.
have no idea.
You heard the rumor.
Okay, there's like
What was the
nothing wrong with
rumor?
these.
There were lots of things that were recovered from the Calismo Reefs, artifacts people couldn't explain. Not all of them wound up in the possession of your uncle. Some of them wound up in the possessions of others.
So we put it in the moonlight.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
let's
a
put the
dark
stone.
orb
Sounds
amethyst.
very
with
woo-woo to
moonlight.
me, so it doesn't...
Dark
That
what?
sounds like
What
we
is-
should do it.
What's the
Yeah.
instruction?
If Kurt doesn't like it, I say we do it.
If
Yeah.
it's magic and Kurt hates it, I say we spray it all over the place.
Do the letters like spell out something? Kind of looks
look
like a
like
C
this.
and an I. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm holding them the right way.
You see these same ones that, like that you had kind of marked down
Yeah.
and that you had described.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah,
if you're
that's it.
circling them as you go, you can see those like carved into different stones on the
Okay,
outside
so
of this
let's
thing.
touch them
What's
in
the
the
order?
order with the
Yes.
fucking amethyst.
So the first
Yes.
one,
Yeah.
hard C with corners and an underline.
Let's go there.
First.
We're going. Let's do one at a time.
Tricky part is some of these are like 20 feet up.
Okay, let's use
Oh, wait, what does that one mean? The C?
This one is a dark crystalline orb, beautiful like liquid amethyst in the moonlight.
Okay, great. Go on.
Guntar's so tall, so big, yeah?
Yeah, but-
Oh, we have rope. We could throw it. Hit it.
Okay.
So just tell me how you guys are going to manage getting up this thing.
So we have to just put this. We have to wait till night
Sorry, I yelled that
to
at
put
you.
this
Sorry.
amethyst stone in the moonlight. No,
Is that what you think, Friday?
it's a story. It tells a story. It's
So we have
But
to
two
wait
symbols
here
mean the
until
same
night?
thing,
right because she found the stone, and now we're gonna use the stone to.
I'll say this too, just for clarity. The stone that you saw in your vision was not the stone you're wearing.
Okay.
It's a different stone.
Okay.
What is it, this stone?
No.
Do you see any signs of footprints or people who've been here before?
Humanoid.
Make a check. Make a survival check. Your track.
20.
Survival.
You rolled a 20?
Not 20. Yeah.
You also rolled a nat 20.
I got 19.
Okay, what was your total?
21.
21?
19.
Okay, damn. What is probably striking most of you is that nothing seems to be growing around this place.
Right.
All of it, like this dense vegetation you just kind of been wandering through, a lot of it just sort of like stops about like 15 or 20 feet from this structure. But Guntar and Zyth, you see very faint tracks that first look just probably like divots from just time or maybe like bodies of water. But you notice that they're footprints and they're massive. They're like this big.
Jesus.
And Zyth, when you pick that up, you realize that there's actually, with a 20 plus, natural 20, whatever these things are, they have 6 legs.
Duh.
And the legs look almost like elephantine.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sharing that with the group. Just so y'all know. I'm seeing these big footprints over here. And this looks like a monstrous thing.
Okay.
I'm talking 6 legs, baby.
What?
Are you sure it wasn't 3 things close
No.
together?
The gate? Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell from the gate.
All right.
Yeah, with a 20, with those natural 20s, it looks like whatever these things were, they like were marched up here and then turned around and marched back.
Oh, okay. Great.
Something was
So-
riding them, maybe.
Let's go inside.
Yeah, I want to just kind of like, should we scan the perimeter and see if there's any way in or anything that we notice about the
Yeah.
building?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
take a
I would
lap.
say the things you notice the most are those runes across the
That's the
opening.
most important thing. Okay.
All right, so we got to figure out how to touch them or interact with them.
Find out this.
Or is it just that we're supposed to do those things in order?
I think we should do that. Well,
I'm just wondering, like,
Don't have a
if
stone.
if that stone that we need to kind of have it bathe in the moonlight, like maybe it's inside. Like,
or maybe it's what opens.
Or maybe it was inside that spire and we need to go to that spire and open up the
And
spire.
bring it to the
I mean,
temple.
I don't know.
No,
like,
that's thought.
Let's just see what happens when we put some of these things
Touch
on them or
them.
touch them
maybe,
or something.
Yeah, maybe we Indiana Jones push them or
Yeah.
something and they open up and give us
Let's just push them in the order of the story.
stone.
okay.
Okay,
I
so-
like that.
So the first, in terms of getting up there, what's the situation? There's stairs. There's like,
It's been assembled by bricks, so you could like climb
Okay.
up there probably.
and then
but
there's
tricky.
nothing. So are we standing in the dead part where there's no vegetation? So we're not having any negative effects.
Not that you're aware of.
Okay, so we're gonna go up and then, Guntar, since you're the tallest and strongest, you want to try and touch this thing first?
Sure.
So
it,
give me
Guntar.
an athletics check.
19.
Hell yeah. So yeah, again, just hulking your way up this stuff. There's enough for you to kind of get your like the tips of your fingers in there, but that's enough for you to pull yourself up. With everyone kind of directing you, you can find your way to that first that you guys are calling like the hard
Yeah,
C.
yeah. Touch this thing.
You're right next to it.
I press it.
Okay.
Excellent.
Leave your hand on it.
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of touch it for a second, nothing happens. You leave your hand on it, and it just starts to, and it starts to like light up. That symbol is like lighting up.
Oh, it's working!
That looks
doing it,
good.
Guntar.
Guntar.
All right,
Cool.
let's try
And
and go to
maybe
the.
we try
let's
another
go to the
one.
O
Okay.
now. Where's the O in the arch?
Yeah, does this come next?
Wait. What happens when you take your hand on it? Does it come undone? Do we all need to touch one?
Maybe.
Take your hand off for a
See what
second.
happens.
Yeah,
Good.
okay, let's do one at a
Okay,
time. This
one
thing,
at a
we're gonna
time.
need you on the tallest one, so you might need to
Okay.
move. All right,
All right.
where's the next one?
I'll say it's a little bit lower.
A little bit lower. Okay.
Okay, Zyth.
sure.
Yeah, I love
I
it.
do an
Athletics check, yeah.
just 15 straight.
Okay, that's enough. So you're able to get up there and you put your hand on that O symbol,
Okay.
and it lights up. And you guys can start to hear this now, this like faint ringing a little bit that's happening.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
All right.
Feels fun.
Helmer, maybe?
I'll go to the next one.
Oh yeah, the next one is
T.
is this guy. Yeah.
The X thing.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
11.
11? You're able to get up there, but I'm gonna say this. Oh man. You take 4 points of piercing damage as like you just kind of
okay?
as you're climbing up there and you're making your way and you just like slip for a moment and like part of this just scrapes your arm. But you're able to get up there and there's just kind of some blood kind of like dripping down.
Okay.
You look cool,
This big
Helmer.
scrape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
It
the
is
blood will
okay.
activate more of the stone power.
Yeah.
But you put your hand on it.
Yes.
All right. Lights up again. That pitch gets a little bit higher, like
Last one, last one.
All right, one more. This is the other one we have.
How high is it?
How high is it?
it's about as high as the one Guntar's on, so it's like
Oh, that's
middle.
high.
Okay, so we're gonna have to
Rest.
work together.
Yeah, I could.
We're gonna have to really
get up there
trust
with
each
my,
other, ladies.
Get there with my rope, or I can get a boost.
I offer a boost.
All right, let's get both of you boosting me up there.
Okay.
Diana and Friday give me a little boost up there.
Cool.
Okay.
Go ahead,
All right, here we go.
Do we all roll? Just Resident, but you can roll with advantage.
Cool. Well, I already got 18, so
Okay. Let's see. You get a 20.
yeah, glad I got that one. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, you're able to get up there with that boost. Here's the last one. Okay. Lights up. That pitch goes. It gets almost deafening for a moment. And then it just like silence, and then that door, very like Indiana Jones, kind of like.
Oh.
Opening!
Yay!
As this structure opens, you can smell it first. There's like a musty kind of staleness to this place.
Hasn't been open in a while, guys.
Let's go in.
All right.
Did we hear anything?
Let's climb down.
Is the humming gone?
Kurt, go
humming's
ahead
gone.
and go inside.
Yeah, let's start climbing down and sink
Kurt is actually going inside.
Oh God, let's get in before
Let's
Kurt
run.
closes the door.
He's not like running in. He's just like already like walking in like whoa.
All right.
Okay,
So we go
I
inside.
don't like that.
Privilege.
Yeah. See, I just want to call out that
I'm in with Kurt.
looks like he already knew what this place was about.
He looks excited. Is what
See, this is it's
You sound like a Kurt apologist.
Can I do a
Just a moron. Don't worry.
Can I do a perception check of what I can
Guys, Kurt's
see?
the villain. Kurt is the villain, kind of, right? Do you guys all get that? Okay, good. So it's not me.
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
get
playing.
that.
I'm playing him.
But you are
you are
him.
But you are the villain. You are the
So
DM
we
and
don't
the
like
villain.
you.
Don't take it personally.
It is
okay,
personal.
okay,
though.
okay.
It's very
Bad
personal.
joke, it's personal.
Don't bite that mechanical fence.
It's very personal.
Can I do a
Hospital.
perception check of what I can see upon entering?
Sure. Yes.
And also, does Angus? Can I ask Angus if he knows anything?
Damn, that was a really bad
Angus?
one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my advantage on that one.
Angus looks just overwhelmed.
Damn it, Angus! Why did I save you?
I had that question ages ago.
Yeah.
I want to know. Why did I save Angus? I know
Take
this
a
is not
minute.
the time.
It's an 8.
With advantage.
Yeah,
Perception?
I did it with advantage. Yeah.
Just that stark drop off of like being outside in like the daylight and then just darkness. It's hard to take in details.
Great.
Yeah,
Okay,
roll
great.
one.
All right, I want to see my perception check.
Okay.
Okay, 19.
yeah.
Oh my
Let's
God.
see. Plus, okay, 20.
You notice like kind of the walls around here in this space, whatever the stone is, it seems to perfectly fit together. Like in some of the areas, like there's like almost no gaps between these bricks. And probably the two things that you notice right away is one, in the sort of centrally in this structure, there's like kind of like a podium, and then in that podium there's a recess in that podium. So it's like facing you almost. And there are sort of things set up around it that look similar to that spire you guys saw, like almost like needle spikes, kind of like posted all around it.
This is like a sacrifice section or something.
Yeah.
I like
this
to
is
see
And,
that.
and with the 20,
It's a sex dungeon.
the
Yeah, I said I
stone,
love it.
the stone here, this like work stone, looks very different from these like needles, and you can see them up close now. They look almost like shiny, metallic, newer, more modern, and they're sort of set up around it, almost like a
booby
a
trap.
barrier or something. Around the ring, there are like inscriptions of those same kinds of symbols, like but all different kinds. But you know, you can tell that they're similar enough that are all looping around here. And yeah, with that 20, you notice that some of them sort of they're carved into the wall, and there's like a very neat kind of like orderly pattern to them. And then at some point, they just start scrawling and trailing off.
Whoa. Okay, I'm writing it down.
And I think there's one more thing you see.
Oh my gosh, you saw all that?
Yeah.
Well, you guys are all kind of taking it in, but Zai's kind of like leading the way here.
Impressive, Zai.
Thanks to my eyes. I told you I had hot, sexy eyes.
What? So wait,
There is kind of in a corner of this like kind of massive room. Like I'm picturing almost like an airplane hangar size. You see these like long, almost like stands that look like, with like sort of metallic spheres at the top of them. And these definitely look more like the needles. They look out of place in this place. They look more modern. There are what look like some kind of storage bin. You can tell they're storage bins because some of them are open, and you can see like the hinge there. And a lot of it looks like it's been emptied. And then there's one kind of like larger, looks like it might be one of these containers. It just looks a little bit larger, kind of stuck behind it.
Guys, there's some weird stuff here, and this doesn't feel so ancient to me anymore. This is giving me bad Varco vibes. No offense, Diana, but
none taken. I think you're right.
I feel like your family's probably been here before.
I think my family's been here, but I don't know which member.
Kurt is like, oh, we didn't make these.
How do you know?
it doesn't look like our style. I haven't seen the schematics for these, but even if there was some kind of secret ops or something, it doesn't look like our style.
Does this look like your
That
style?
might be a good
That
thing.
does not look like our style. I know
Maybe
that's
this looks like that. I just start like dropping it into places and trying to like move it around and see if it picks up any kind of thing.
Yeah, and while he's doing that, I'm running and I go to the base where it looks like they sacrificed someone. I want to stand on that thing and see if anything happens.
okay. So actually,
Oh my God.
when you,
I'm crazy, but that's crazy.
we need to know.
You're waiting to get killed off in 2 episodes.
you walk up to this thing, and there's sort of this like that recess that you're kind of looking into. It's not like something that you stand on. It's almost like a mirror in some way that you're like looking at.
Okay, so I walk up to this mirror and I look in,
Okay.
and do I see myself?
You see like a very faint reflection of yourself in this like darkness. Not like it's being projected. It's just like the way the light's hitting it. It's almost like a dark magenta amethyst in moonlight.
All 7 of us, let's go. Let's all stand in front of it. Let's all stand in front
Yeah,
of it.
let's all get. Hey guys, come over here. Look at this mirror.
Okay, let's all go.
well, let's all show up over here.
All 7 of us are there.
Okay, we
or
go.
6 of us.
All
Wait.
right, Friday, you should stand
There's
close
more
to
than
the
7.
Yeah.
We
I
have
wanna
Angus. Right? Wait,
8 of
1,
us.
2,
We're
3,
leaving
Kurt out of
5,
it.
6.
Look at the color of
This
this
is like, I'm
mirror.
not going
so
anywhere near
mad.
that.
I am
Stay
so
there.
mad that I saved Angus. Anyway,
yeah,
we're gonna talk
I
about
agree.
that later.
Burning.
Okay, guys, look at this mirror. It is just like a crazy color. It kind of sounds like what Friday was talking about.
When you
Yeah.
get closer to it, it looks almost identical. The tone, the way that our lights reflect,
Yeah.
something about it is connected to that vision.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Like, thank you so much, Chef Zay.
Anytime.
I am feeling like I've seen this before. I feel like my fate is happening. Like this is my destiny for sure, and this is our destiny. We're here. We're right in front of this thing.
Touch it.
Okay, so wait, before I touch it, I do have a
No,
question.
you should touch it now because I like to push others to do things that they're not prepared for. Touch it.
Okay,
Touch it.
okay, okay.
Let's figure it out.
I have negative dice, but
Okay,
just use that as a negative.
I will be the one. I will be the one. I'm gonna touch this mirror and see what happens to me.
I feel
Is
like
that okay?
Kurt should do it.
I'm gonna do it.
But she has
Okay.
Mana power.
Touch your hand to it.
I'm touching my hand to the mirror.
I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
12.
You put your hands in this thing, you can feel it like trying to connect to your mind.
Okay.
Whoa. What's like a surface fear for Friday?
A surface fear?
Yeah.
Too much money.
Yeah, actually, you know, like being so like out of touch, like so out, you know, really, like really. This is real. Like she's worried about being alienated from people. For real, not just physically alone, but being alienated from people.
You have flashes of that, and you just channeled that like hope within you and like push through it.
Yeah.
One of the rings in this that this recess is in just sort of like kind of like shifts and starts to spin as if it
seeing
was
this?
unlocked.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
For those of you that are watching and seeing this, you for a second you could swear that stone went liquid for a second.
Also, I think those stands might be the same shape as one of the things as
Right?
well.
And I was gonna ask for clarity about that. May I ask the DM? You're
kind of stuck in this whatever this is right now.
All right, well, one of those stands is the same shape that you were saying.
Very
too.
similar, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go over and touch that while this is happening.
Okay, so you keep your hand on it.
Yeah.
I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
14.
Again, you feel it like pulling in your mind a little bit more. This area around you like starts to fade away a little bit. The second ring also, there's a second ring that goes and it starts to spin, and like you can definitely also see like a ripple in this stone. It's still solid, but there's moments where it's
Whoa.
and it kind of comes back. Resnan, those like spikes all like boom, 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 boom. They light up.
Okay.
And you hear this voice start to echo in this chamber, coming from like those storage bins in that
Yeah.
large storage container.
Yeah.
You can't understand it. It's in a language you don't understand, but it's like a female voice.
Kurt's decipher language. Yeah, Kurt needs a decipher language. Cantrip.
I would need
Do you need mana?
I would need mana and I would need time.
Take.
You have it already.
Time.
Let's do
Wait,
it.
doesn't-
Use it.
Oh no, yeah, he does.
Yeah, he
yeah,
does.
you're right. You're right. Sorry, I forgot about the. I'm so used to using him MX99.
So used to lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Bad man.
In that case, I think he probably would have already started casting it. So he's like, I'm working on it, and like putting his hand to this like inscription, and like
I'm keeping a close watch on this
And
guy.
why is Resonant the one that hears the voice?
you guys all hear it, but you were just touching those.
I was touching the stand and like keeping an eye on everything.
Yeah, so you kind of like saw this light up, not from you touching it.
Yeah.
But you were looking at it and examining. All of a sudden, it lit up right as this second ring unlocked. What is your deepest? What's her deepest fear?
Deepest fear
Being
is
humiliated.
being humiliated for not actually knowing
Yeah.
anything.
So again, you have a vision of like everyone just like laughing and like mocking you and being like, you don't know that.
Oh no.
And you again find that well of hope within you and just like push past it. They don't know you. They'll come to know you, and you push past that. I need you to make another wisdom saving throw. This one's a higher DC.
And I'm gonna use this pink one.
Okay.
You can do it, Friday.
15.
Okay.
That is what you needed.
Yes! Oh, thank you.
You stare into, in your mind's eye, this idea of total annihilation.
Whoa.
Absolute nothingness, total void. Like actually that. Not just darkness, just complete nothingness. Almost like impossible to sort of understand. Kind of breaks your brain a little bit.
Keep going, Friday.
You're feeling that. You guys all see this like third ring unlock. That voice starts getting louder again. It's like you could tell it's a recording coming from this container over here. It starts to shift, and you can see that this box sort of starts turning into some kind of like almost like humanoid structure as it like starts to separate and turn into like kind of a giant
Transformer?
Yeah, close to.
Stab it.
I guess it literally is transforming. So you all see
Kurt, any
this stone.
updates on that translation?
It's like, I'm working on it. There's so many things that happen in this moment. So I'm gonna come to the last thing here in a second. That head kind of like pops out of this thing. The eyes light up and just start strobing, and the whole place is like strobe lighting now.
Try to dance, everyone. Like your life depends on it.
Is anybody looking at the construct and its eyes
I
flashing?
immediately look away. That
away?
shit freaked me out.
I'm looking at it.
Okay.
I don't back away from a fight.
Eyes
I'm
start
doing
flashing.
this.
Yeah, I freaked
Okay.
out. I looked away.
I'm looking
looking.
through the cracks.
Okay. Helmer?
No, I'm watching Friday.
Okay.
Oh wait, unfortunately, because my character does seek the truth, even if it serves no one, I have to be looking into its eyes.
And
Okay.
my also,
Is that a downfall or a
That
drive?
is a drive.
Okay. I
with
need
great risks come great rewards.
fair. Resnan, Guntar, and Diana, I need 3 of you to make intelligence saving throws. 12,
17.
17,
Right,
Four.
what's intelligence?
4.
No.
Diana, you're just staring at this thing, and it's kind of just like starts to give you a migraine. You don't take any damage or anything. It's just like oh, it's like starting to break your brain a little bit, and you have to look away. The two of you stare up at this thing, and there's like just like this flashing happening, and you hear the words in like a woman's voice, and it says,
Linguistic protocol complete. Attention, you are in great danger. Do not trust the entities contacting you. The far ones are lying to you. Do not be deceived. Brocadian forces have been notified and we will arrive with aid before the next full sunrise. Shelter in place and await further instructions.
Meanwhile, this whole thing unlocks. You guys hear all that? This stone becomes liquid, and just as you come back to consciousness, and you just see the stone become liquid, and then just like kind of hover there for a second in front of you, and then just like hit you right in your forehead.
Are
Those
you
of you seeing that, you see it get absorbed into Friday's skin.
Oh no!
Maybe it's good.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
It's not giving great vibes.
Increase your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma
I told you it was good.
by 1. You also know the message cantrip now,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
as you absorb
You
this
look smarter.
thing.
Your fear was that you're dumb, but you look smart as hell.
Wow. Okay.
I trust you more because you've seen darkness.
And you guys all hear this voice, this like woman's voice. This construct sort of like turns into humanoid form and marches over and kind of like starts walking towards the door and blocking it. And that's where we'll pick up next episode.
Gosh.